What is going on, guys? It's James here from Inside United, and today we are going to be doing a review of Manchester United's 2-1 defeat to Swansea at the Liberty Stadium today. The first defeat of Man United's season, and the first goals conceded by Man United this season. Yep, that's right. Manchester United lost 2-1 today against Swansea. I thought it was always going to be a hard game. We lost our last two previous games against them, home and away, last season. And Swansea are a very hard team to beat. They went to Stamford Bridge and got a draw. I knew it was going to be a hard game. Schweinsteiger and Schneiderlin came in. Herrera replaced Januzaj, which was the only different change from what we saw against Newcastle. It was the same back four. Romero started again. Depay was there. Rooney up front again. And United were very, very quick out the blocks. Within the first minute, they had a free kick in a good area. And, you know, they started very well. They settled very well. And they were making quick, sharp, fast movement and passes around the play. You know, they looked like they were coming here to win the 3 points. They looked like they had a fantastic start. And, you know what? I believe United, from that start, were good enough to go on and win this league game. I thought they started fantastically. But, again, you know, when you sort of you dominate in that first half, you got to sort of take your chances. It was good build-up play, and United ended up resulting in a Mata half chance. Again, it was only a half chance. Mata taking it first time, just swinging it wide of the right-hand post. But it was a good spell for United. Good first 22 minutes. You know, they dominated the game, and they were making quick, sharp passing, which was the complete opposite against Newcastle when it was all slow. 23 minutes in and Swansea started to get into the game. They had a very good chance from Sigurdsson. This one just going wide. It was a free kick. Schweinsteiger sort of gave it away. Well, I wouldn't say gave it away. Sort of deflected it straight to Sigurdsson, and it was narrowly missed the goal. It was very close. And at half time, it was a good bright start. It was quite tight though, nothing in it. United barely made too many chances from that, and that was the only bad thing. But it was 0-0, and it was still anyone to play for in the second half. In the second half, it only took 3 minutes for United to take the lead. It came from a Romero throw to Shaw, who bombed it straight down the line. He crossed it in, Rooney left it. I'm not sure if Mata gave him a call, and Fabianski then had to sort of run to the other post, left sort of sleeping, and there was Mata to tap it home. 1-0 United. And it was a very good start to the second half, just like it was a good start to the first half. And United had that lead after just 48 minutes, and it was a good goal in the end from Mata. And it was good play to see us go from defence to attack very quickly, which is something we haven't been able to do. We always go backwards and sideways passing, and that wasn't what happened. Swansea then changed it up a bit. They then went for the two strikers. They changed up their formation, their tactics, and United couldn't live with it. Within 5 minutes, it was suddenly 2-1. United had conceded not only one, but 2 goals this season. And it was sloppy. It was really sloppy. The first goal came. Shaw went up to attack the defence, which is something I'm liking from his display. But this time he was caught in the attack. You know, Rooney left it. You know, poor display from Rooney again. Poor pass. Depay, I suppose, was never going to get there. Darmian also came up from that attack. So he basically left 2 players in defence, and sort of Swansea went straight up the other end. We gave them, you know, enormous space in that place, and the Swansea player crossed it in, and there was Ayew to head home. Again, you could say Smalling wasn't tight enough, but again, you know, Shaw and Darmian were caught out up front, and that was the only problem. Then the second goal came, and this time it was a fantastic ball from Ayew. Really good ball from the outside of his foot. Plays in Gomez. It puts him in behind, who slots it past Sergio Romero. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to criticise. First goal, you know, it was quite hard to react quickly enough to stick out a hand. But this one was just Romero's fault for me. Okay, it was, you know, the defenders could have snuffed it out a bit. But it was the, you know, it wasn't good enough from Romero. Basically, if you're going to come out, which he did, if you're going to come out of your goal, come out the goal, command it, and tell your defenders, and just come out and collect it. You know, get down onto the ground, force him to put him into a different tight angle. He didn't do that, basically. Or if you're not going to come out and do that, because loads of keepers are doing that at the moment, simply stay on your line, and stay on your line, and then you're there. So if a Swansea player shoots, get there. I understand why it came out, but if you're going to come out, you got to go for it. You just got to go out there. You got to command it and take it for granted. Romero didn't do that. He came out of his goal and simply he just didn't do enough. He didn't come out far enough. He didn't come out quick enough, and he basically stopped halfway between the goal line and where the Swansea player was, and it gave him that sort of corner to put it in. It basically gave the near post corner finish free. And I'm going to be honest with you, when you come out there, he was so close to the Swansea player, he wouldn't be able to react quick enough to get down low and make the save. You can't, react quick enough and get down to the ball if you're halfway in between the player, because you can't react quick enough. Where if he was on his goal line, he would have been on his toes, and I reckon he would have made the save. For me, Romero, I don't mind him coming out there, but he's got to demand it. He's got to make that save. That was not good enough. Suddenly, Manchester United are chasing the game at 2-1. They didn't create enough. Fellaini came on, as you know. Lump it up to Fellaini, long ball tactics with Brandon Carrick and Jan as well. And took off, obviously, Schweinsteiger and Herrera. And again, it still wasn't good enough. Then late on in the match, I think it was 88th minute, Rooney, good touchdown. Then nutmegs one of the defenders, I think it may be Norton, gets into a good position, but take it quickly. Take it quick enough. He didn't. He goes to sort of shape it up. He doesn't. I don't think he realises that Ashley Williams is behind him. But for me, it's a penalty. It's a penalty all day long. I don't get why the ref hasn't given that. I think it's just because he was at an away game. It was very late on. For me, it wasn't good enough. He needs to come. For me, that is just a penalty. It was a blatant penalty, and I reckon Rooney would have stuck it away 2-2. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would have taken a point here. I was predicting a point. So if you're predicting something, you can't be too downhearted if you then get that what you predicted. For me, I reckon it was a penalty. Many people might have the view, but if he didn't know he was behind there, and then you suddenly have Ashley Williams banning into you at the back, that is a penalty, mate. All day long, not good enough. And again, United weren't clinical. 3 goals in 4 matches is not enough. We're not creating enough. It's the final ball in the final third. Again, Shaw's pass wasn't brilliant. If Rooney hadn't, there's a defender behind Rooney, then that wouldn't have created to come to anything. We dominated possession. But we're not dominating matches. If you dominate a match, you score 3, you go 3-0 up, and then you just dominate the match. You don't dominate the match, then score. You don't do it like that. You dominate a match when you score goals, and you just, you're just passing it around And the thing with us is we're just passing it, always backwards, always forwards. Always backwards and sideways. It's slow. It wasn't slow in the first 22 minutes. In the second half, when it was 2-1, it was slow. And it's readable. They can get back. It's predictable. It's same. Not enough pace or mazy runs. Depay's not running in. Another thing I spotted is when Fergie and Moyes was coaching us, Rooney was all over the park. He was coming in, dropping deep, receiving the passes, playing out wide passes. At the moment, when he's playing up front, Van Gaal likes him to stick to his positions. Today, he had 39 touches, 5 in the opposition area. That is not Rooney. That is not a striker who is being provided enough with chances. No wonder he's not scoring, but again, he's going to be criticised for it. And that's not his fault. Romero was poor. The goalkeeper situation needs to be sorted for me. If De Gea is going to go, I wanted him to go the first day of the transfer window, so we've got time to see if we needed a new keeper. Don't go 2 days before the transfer window closes, where suddenly we're thinking we need a new player, because you can't find a new player in 2 days. And also, when we're losing, it really hurts me to say this, but United of old would lay pressure into the team, get into wide areas, get chances into the box. We didn't do that today. Or what we always do. Since Van Gaal's taken over, all we do is we get the 4 defenders on the line, everyone up there, long ball tactics, up to Fellaini. It's like so predictable. Every single time, like the last couple of minutes, Blint plays the ball up from the halfway line to Fellaini. All the Swansea players knew exactly what they're doing. Of course, they step up, and he's offside. It's just not good enough. Fellaini is always offside. They're just wanting knockdowns and they're feeding off that. That is not how United play. United would have played with Jan, Valencia, Januzaj, Depay, getting into those positions, cutting in, making a little pass, pullbacks to the edge of the area where someone would be hitting it. That is not how United play now, and it's difficult to say. I'm going to be honest with you, we deserved a point. First defeat and no clean sheet. First goals conceded this season. It wasn't a bad performance. It was okay. I think we started well, but it wasn't a bad performance. And let's face it, we haven't lost to Bournemouth. We've lost to a side who are actually quite a good team. You know, they are a good side. You know, they do have some good players, but they didn't have Jefferson Montero, and that is the one player who I thought would really make Swansea tick today. If they had Montero, I would be frightened for our defence. They didn't have Montero. I thought we would have won because of that. But, again, you know, Swansea are a good side. Gary Monk is a good manager, and they're making good signings, they're progressing, and they're a sturdy side in this Premier League division. You know, at the end of the day, let's have a look at the table. Actually, I'll go for the stats first. As you can see, had more attempts, same on target, more corners, more fouls, same yellows, no reds. It was fairly even for me. This is the stat I want to show you, though, is we're level on points with Arsenal and Liverpool. We're 3 in front of Chelsea. I think we're 4 in front of Tottenham. We're level on points with Arsenal. Liverpool are also trying to get top 4. The teams above us are Swansea, Palace and Leicester, who I do not have any worries. They're not going to be up there with us at the end of the season. Tottenham, Everton haven't had a good start to the season. We're still 3 points in front of Chelsea, for God's sake. And we're level on points with Arsenal and Liverpool. We're still 2 points in front of Southampton. For me, it's not been a bad start. 7 from 12 doesn't sound as good as it does, but the other teams in the league aren't doing fantastic. But with 5 from Chelsea, I don't think we're going to have enough to win the league unless we sign someone like Lewandowski. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you later for the Liverpool game.